Get a cup, get a cup, get a cup. Hello, hello. Welcome back, everyone, to another video. You like the new mask? It's a Chucky with the inverse Michael Jackson nose. Anyway, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today, I just want to talk about Nintendo news. You guys know, if you have followed some of my Reddit videos, that I am not the biggest fan of Nintendo. I think their games are amazing, but the company itself, I have a very negative opinion on just because of how anti-consumer they are, anti-competition they are. But they just try to go after, like, they're going after Pal World, there's a whole bunch of people they've gone after, some justified, but I think a lot of it unjustified. The fact that for years you couldn't even play their video games on YouTube, which is free promotion for their video games. You couldn't even do that unless you joined their partner program where they took like half of the profits or something like that. I have very negative opinion in regards to how they run their company. Regardless, good news, gamers. Japan has rejected Nintendo's Pokemon catching related patent. If you don't know, Nintendo has recently tried to patent how you can like capture animals and stuff like that, and that you can make them like fight on your behalf. And Japan has actually rejected it, which is fantastic. However, it's not really North American. But that has led to the United States Patent and Trade Office re-examining the same patent that Nintendo had already filed in America. But it had already passed in America. But it is now being re-examined, and hopefully it'll also fail here too, because, you know what? If you want to patent it where it's a red and white ball that can summon animals, sure, that's 100% Nintendo. That's easily, it makes sense for them to have that. But for them to stop it so that anyone else, like how Pal World originally had it so you can capture animals, I don't think that's fair. Like, they clearly changed it up so it was a bit different. You know, it wasn't one to one. You know, this will force Nintendo to rewrite how they want their patent to work, and to make it a little bit more fair for other game companies, and it'll allow game companies to not be as paranoid. Because this is a huge gripe that I have with Nintendo, that them trying to like patent all the silliest things. They had another one. I don't know if it's included in this, but it was something to do with like summoning an animal to ride on them or something like that. And it's something to do with riding an animal, which they don't own because horses have been a thing in games forever. There were games before Nintendo that you could summon these animals with, and like why should they own that? Like, that's so stupid. And in Japan, one of the reasons why this patent was rejected was because of prior art. Meaning that, I'm not just saying this, that there were other companies that had done stuff before Nintendo, then Nintendo tries to patent it. Other companies did do stuff before Nintendo, and then Nintendo tried to patent what these other companies basically had done, and to make it their own. Complete BS, if you ask me. So I'm so glad that at least Japan is on top of this, and I'm also glad that now the United States Patent Office is on top of this as well. Gamers need to stick together, am I right, boys? But anyway, and Nintendo has apparently like a couple months to respond, and I'm really hoping that they have to change something in their patent where it's a little bit less strict, or a little bit less confining to game developers. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. I just want to talk about it. I don't think I've seen anyone talk about it, you know, outside of a couple news agencies or whatever. But yeah, if you guys like this, give it a thumbs up and all that. And I'll see you guys next time.